Hey, I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're ready to start our last week of school before Christmas break. We are going to start our chapter and actually finish our chapter this week on different types of graphs. And one type of graph, which we're going to talk about today, is the bar diagram. So let me show you an example let's talk about first what is a bar diagram and look at a couple examples here. So what is a bar diagram? Well, it's a graph that shows you the values with rectangular bars. So if you look at these bars, they're in the shape of a rectangle. These are vertical bars. These are turned to be horizontal bars. So our bars can go up and down, or they can go from left to right. But these are two examples of what a bar diagram looks like. So let's look at how to make one. So if I take this table right here, favorite pets, and turn it into a graph. So the title of my graph is going to be favorite pets. So children were asked about their favorite pets. So favorite pets is the title of my graph. Their pet is listed here on the side: cat, dog, bird, and turtle. And if you notice, those are the exact names here that are in the table, same exact pets. And these are my numbers down here to the side. This is going to be a horizontal bar graph. So let me finish numbering here. So I'm going to use my table, and the cat's been done for me. So the cat got 4 votes. So notice the cat colored over 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box. So that number lines up with this 4 down here at the bottom. The dog got 6 votes. So as I'm coloring, I want to go 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, 5 boxes, and notice I need 6. So I'm going to keep going all the way over here to that 6 mark. So notice my bar touches the number. It stops at the number of votes it got. So I did the cat, the dog. Now I need the bird. The bird only got 2 votes. So when I look, my 2 is right here, which means I've got to color this bar to this line over here. So I'm going to color that bar over here. And then the turtle had 3. So here's 1, 2, 3. The graph would have to stop right there. So my bar is going to look like this. And sometimes the bars, they'll make them different colors. Sometimes they'll be all the same color. Both are examples of bar diagrams. Okay, so you're not going to have to create a bar diagram on your assignment in a little bit, but instead you're going to be answering questions about a bar diagram that's already created. So let's look at that. Erase my bar diagram example there and take a look. So here is a bar diagram. The title says after school activities. Here are the lists of the activities: reading, writing, drawing, and playing. And here are the numbers across the bottom. Again, this bar diagram is going horizontal. So let's take a look at our question. How many students read after school? So I'm going to go to the read, and I'm going to look at my bar diagram. I notice that my purple line ends here. So when I follow that number down, that is the number 5. So my answer would be 5. 5 students read after school. All right, let's look at another question. How many students draw after school? So take a look at the bar diagram. Think about what you think the answer is. Here's draw. Take a look. If you're thinking 3, you are correct. There are 3 students that draw after school. All right, those are very simple questions just by looking at the bar diagram. Let's get into a little bit more complex. How about what activities do most students do after school? So I take a look, and which one has the most? So if I take a look, ooh, this one's pretty long, but red's longer there, writing's longer, drawing's the shortest. Oh, look, play is the longest. So What activity do the most children do after school? Well, that answer is most children play after school. And that would be my answer. So this one's not looking for a number. Make sure you read each question carefully. Some are going to be asking for numbers. Some will be asking for the activity. All right, let's take a look at another question here. How many more students play after school than write? So this one is a little more thinking. So we need to know how many more play than write. So let's take a look here. Play, I see my number goes to 11. So I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. Write, I see that my number goes to 8. So I have 11 and 8. I want to know how many more is 11 than 8. So I can make this a subtraction problem. I know we haven't done the minus 8s, but you can figure out how to do this. So 11 minus 8, or I can do this. Let's see, write ends here. I need 1, 2, 3 more boxes to be as long. So 11 minus 8 is 3. So 3 more students play than write after school. That's just another way to solve that problem. All right, let's take a look here at another graph. So again, this is a horizontal graph, same as well. My birthdays by seasons. Here are my seasons. Here are my numbers of students. So I'm going to look at this question over here. What season are the least birthdays in? So instead of looking at the one that's the longest, I want to find the one that's the smallest. So when I look, the smallest, this is my longest, but the least is right here. So I have the least number of students with birthdays in winter. So again, that one would be an season name, not a number for my answer. Let's look at another question here for the same graph. How many students have birthdays in the spring and summer? Ooh, that one's a little more tricky. So I've got to do spring and summer. So I want to combine those two numbers. If I'm trying to combine them, I want to add. So let's see, spring. Spring comes over, stops right here, and that's the number 7. So I have 7 spring plus summer birthdays come over, stop right here, so that's 10. Ooh, a plus 10. I like that they made it easy on me to add. 7 plus 10 makes 17. So there are 17 students with spring and summer birthdays. All right. Lots of different questions, lots of different data that we can get by looking at these graphs. How about this one? How many more students have a summer birthday than fall? So I'm comparing two numbers again. Summer birthday to fall. Here's summer. Summer went all the way over to 10. Fall birthdays came all the way over to 4. So I'm trying to figure out how many more spots are there to get to summer than fall. So again, if I know this subtraction fact, 10 minus 4, I can figure it out, or I can look at my bars. So I have summer and fall. So fall is shorter, so let's see how many it takes to get to the end of the summer bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. So there are 6 more summer birthdays than there are fall birthdays. All right. And then let's finish up with this question right here. How many students are in this class? So that's a hard question. I have to be able to get that information off this graph. So let's think about it. If I think, okay, number of students, well, 11 is as high as this bar diagram goes. However, remember, each one of these bars represents a number of students in the class. So to figure out how many students are in this total class, I've got to add up the total of all of these bars. So if I look at spring, spring goes all the way down here to 7. So I'm going to have 7. Summer goes all the way down here to 10. My fall goes to 4. And I keep these lined up here so my ones column's in a straight line. And winter goes to 2. So I'm going to turn this into an addition equation to find out how many of these there are, how many children there are altogether. So 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 and 4, 4 and 7 make 11. So if I have 11 plus 2, I would have 13. And now I'm ready to add up the 1 I carried plus the 1 that was there. So 2. So there are 23 students represented on this graph. I found that by just adding up all the bars. So there are lots of different information, lots of different questions that I can get just by looking at this bar diagram. So you are going to get a chance to practice some of these different questions now in your assignment, which is listed below this video. You are going to be asked to look at a graph and answer lots of these different types of questions. Please reach out if you're struggling with this. Let your teacher know. We're happy to do a Google Meet and give you some help. If not, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.